Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wolf. And we are here with Star and her pups. I don't know where Crow is, but these guys are 2 months old now, so they are getting older. Let's see. There's someone right up here. That might be Crow. We'll see. Crow, is this you? Are you over here? There's Crow. Crow keeps wandering off, but I think what he's doing is he's probably going and hunting a lot of food because, as you can see, there's carcasses around here. So Crow is probably just off getting food for everybody. He does tend to vanish quite a lot, but that's kind of just how he is. And I don't think any harm has been done. We're going to go ahead and get a drink of water up here, and we may try and hunt some ourselves to help get some food for the pups. Oh, here comes someone, by the way. Evergreen is here, along with Oak, and Birch are here as well. Okay, so we've got all the pups. Everybody seems to be doing pretty well. Let's take a look and see how this caribou might be. Maybe we'll circle this way. There's a wolf up this way too, which is a little disconcerting, but they're quite far away, so I think we'll be all right. We're going to circle the caribou and see if, wow, there's a lot of them. We'll see if we can catch any of them and maybe take one down nearby-ish, so that hopefully we could... Okay, there's someone right there, so we gotta be kind of cautious. Oh, right there. Okay. Oh, it's limping too. All right, we're gonna circle around and try and scare it from above, because if we can catch any of the caribou, it's probably gonna be that one. That one does seem to be weaker. We do have some carcasses sort of nearby as well. It's just good to have a little bit of extra on hand just in case we need it. All right, let's see. Is it you? It's you. Okay, you're pretty weak. We should be able to catch this guy. Let's try and bring him down right by the den if we can. We'll run this way. Oh, he is limping for sure. Oh, here comes Crow. Crow's gonna help us. Are you helping us, Crow? Are we both going for him? We might be. A lot of you guys have been saying that you get a strength boost when you're hunting with your pack, and I don't normally manage to hunt with my pack, so I've never been able to test that theory, but it very well could be true. So nice job, Crow. Very nice job. He helped us bring that caribou down, and we're actually doing fairly well with food right now. There's honestly not that much that we need. Everything seems to be going pretty smoothly. Star has been taking very good care of the pups. Is this guy limping too? I think we'll leave some of these guys around. Man, a lot of them are injured. This guy's definitely limping. But we'll leave some of them around because we don't want to eat all of them and then not have any food later. So we'll run back to the den here and see how the pups are doing. I think everything so far seems to be going pretty well. But it never hurts to be safe. And then maybe we'll run and get some food after this. But let's see how everybody's doing. I think it seems like all is going well, yeah. And nobody looks too hungry. I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I feed them because we don't want to waste food if we can help it. And I'll probably go to the farther carcass because I think it's both older and... That wasn't there a minute ago, was it? Has Crow been killing even more? Wow, he's really making sure there's a lot of food around, that's for sure. And I think this is the one we just killed, isn't it? I think. Is there another one then? Maybe we'll try and use some of them up. But I thought there was another carcass up here. There might be, I'm not sure. But I thought there was. Let's see if we can get up past this rabbit, maybe? I thought we found another one somewhere up here. This is out of the territory. Oh yeah, there is one right up here. We're gonna eat from this one. I'm just gonna try and use up these farther carcasses so that we don't really have to worry about, we've eaten all the food near the den. If we use these up first, it'll be better. And we won't have to worry quite as much. So let me see here. Here we go. It should let us go on in a moment. There we are. And we'll go ahead and make sure we get to eat here. And hopefully that'll be good. That should get us up to full. And yeah, I don't know if that'll finish off this carcass. This one doesn't really have very many indicators of the carcass's stage and where it's at. If it's near full... What? What? Is it night? It's night, okay. I was a little bit confused there. But yeah, so there's still some left on that carcass. We were about 6, almost directly above the den, so that's good to know. We'll make our way back and sleep through the night, and we should be fine. There is another caribou. He didn't actually appear to see us, and we are not going to bother with him because we have a lot of food already, and we don't really need to worry about these guys. There's one right down here too, supposedly, but he seems to have bolted off. There's a herd lingering right around here. Oh, there's one. Again, didn't even notice us. But it does seem that there's a herd lingering around near the den, which is excellent news. This guy just keeps bolting. He might get split off from the others here. And is the den over here? Yeah. So he'll probably either, I don't know if they try to stay as a herd or if it's kind of just how they spawn in, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and get a drink, and then we can sleep through the night. So basically the way this works, if you are just popping in for this episode and haven't been keeping up with it, is that we are time skipping in between each episode so that every time we have a new episode, 1 month has gone by in between. So I think these pups grow up at about 7 months of age in this game. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what happens. And so at this rate, it'll take us 7 episodes for each litter to grow up, and I think that's a pretty reasonable... I think that's a fairly reasonable thing. So let's see here. Oh, here comes Crow. I didn't see Crow too much when I was time skipping, but he is around a little bit more now. He's accomplished a lot of hunting, so I think we should be pretty good. How are these guys doing? They're starting to get hungry. I'm going to go ahead and feed them, and then we'll replenish our own food. Here we go. And let's see. We'll go ahead and feed. I always forget that you actually have to click that in order to feed. But here we are. They'll come and get their food, and we should be okay. As long as we make sure they're continuing to get food, we'll be fine. And I think carcasses take about a week to despawn, so we should be okay with having those there. That should probably feed the pack for quite some time, the ones that we managed to take down this time. And they should be able to feed the pups as well. So you guys will have a decision to make once we reach the end with the pups, by the way. You guys will have to decide, do we want to, next time we come back to play in Wolf, do we want to continue with this pack, or do we want to continue with one of the pups as a dispersal, or how do we want to do things? You'll have to help me make that decision, because that's going to be a choice we need to make together. Okay, everybody's gotten water. We're gonna go up and get some more food, because as you can see, feeding the pups has dropped our own food down quite far. So we'll run to this carcass that's up here, because again, like I said, better to use the carcass that's farther away and not waste the ones that are close in case we have an emergency. I don't think an emergency is that likely, because the food tends to drop pretty slowly, and it's not quite as direct of a correlation between hunger and health as it is in Wolf Quest. But are we far enough away from the den now? We are. Okay, so the carcass is the one right up here. But yeah, it's not quite as direct of a correlation between hunger and health as it is in Wolf Quest, but it's still important. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. He's not injured. It's okay. But yeah, so it's still good to have food close for when you need it, and food that's further away can get eaten more quickly, so that we don't have to worry about going super far if we need to get food. It's just kind of one of the tactics I use. But I think everything seems to be going fine so far. There's really, I don't know, there's not a whole lot to report right now. So far things are going very smoothly. Crow is proving to be a superb hunter, who's, I think these two actually, for the little time that they actually spend together and the fact that Crow is always gone, they seem to work together really well, because it really does seem like the reason Crow is gone so much is because he's hunting and making sure, oh, there he goes even as we speak, and making sure that everybody has ample food. I've never actually seen Star struggling to feed the pups, which has been a kind of common problem with Ares and Aquila. So these two seem to have really good, they work together really well, and they are very good at at helping each other out and being in the right place at the right time to get things done. So honestly, for all the time they spend apart, they're doing really well, and they seem to communicate quite well when they are nearby. Oh, there goes another caribou. He's running off. We'll leave him alone. We don't actually need food right now. We have a lot, and the pups seem to be doing fine. Where's the den? The den's right here. I always get a little bit mixed up as to where we are relative to the den, and I thought I actually entered the den right there. I just was checking to see how everybody's doing, but I think we're doing fine so far. But yeah, I get a little confused sometimes as to where the den actually is, because it's a little bit in a different spot. It's not quite as close to the water as Aries' den, and so that makes it a little bit more difficult to keep track of sometimes. Hello everyone. I wish we could interact with them a little bit more, but we can't quite. So these guys are juveniles, and we'll have to see how their dominance order sorts out. Keep in mind that this ranking system is based off outdated information that was based off captive wolf packs and not wild wolf packs. But with these guys, it's a little bit with these guys, like, generally you'll have some level of some wolves being a little bit more dominant than others, but it's not the firmly structured wolf pack that at the time this game came out people thought it was. It can shift around. Sometimes it can be based on personalities, but generally the way the pack, social structure is determined mostly by just wolves mostly it's just the parents and then their offspring, and so the parents will be dominant to the offspring. And you might see a little bit of some of the offspring will be a little bit more dominant than others, but it's not going to be the alpha, beta, omega structure that we're used to hearing about, or that we were used to hearing about at the time of this game. Occasionally, they have found out that in bigger packs, if you're looking at a situation with more than one breeding pair, you tend to have one breeding pair that's dominant, so you can sort of have a pair of alphas in that respect. But again, it's still not as detailed as everybody used to think it was. It's a lot more loose and fluid, and so, well, there tends to be some leadership. It doesn't necessarily, oh, hello, Crow, but it doesn't necessarily tend to be quite as rigid and detailed as most people thought it was. So that's just kind of a little bit of a scientific update from the time this game was made. Of course, when they made this game, they were working with what was current science, and that was what they knew at the time. But the thing about science is that a lot of the time it continually shifts as we discover more about what we're studying. So sometimes it might look like one thing is the case, but you research into it a little bit more and you start to realize, oh, maybe it's not quite exactly what I thought it was. Maybe it's just a little bit different. And, Did you kill something else up here, Crow? Crow, what are you even doing? I'm gonna kind of follow him and see where he goes. Is he hunting? He might be hunting again. Crow, be careful not to overhunt the area. I don't want us to have food problems later on. But we'll follow him and see what he's off to. He's quite independent. He tends to do his own thing. But most of the time he does know what he's doing. And, oh, he's speeding up again. We'll follow him. I don't know exactly where he's going. There is another wolf somewhere up there too, so that could be something that could be worth investigating at some point, but I'm not really sure. Let's try... What was that? Okay, I think it was just... Sometimes it activates the sentences autonomously and doesn't exactly let me know which one it is, but sometimes that can help. Okay, I don't even really know where you're going, Crow. I hope you're not following me, because I'm trying to follow you and see what you're up to. I think this works a lot better when Star stays with the pups and Crow goes out hunting, because, I don't know, it just seems like that is more effective. Oh, he's hunting! He is hunting, isn't he? I think he is actually hunting. Okay. Be very careful, Crow, because we don't want to overhunt. Okay, he's running mostly up here. Okay. Where are you going? Oh, he is chasing. I want to see if we can see him catch it. Okay, you're chasing it straight out of the territory, bud. Be kind of careful. We don't have a huge amount of stamina. Oh, is he catching up to it? No? What are you doing? Oh, he's coming, alright. Oh my goodness, look at this. We're gonna get to watch him make a kill. I didn't do that, you guys. Oh, he injured it! He injured it, but he didn't take it down. How's Crow doing? I mean, I could just click on him, I guess. But, yeah, he's doing he's doing alright, right? His health isn't down? It's not down more than we would expect. He kind of retreated a little bit, and I think he did injure it. Did he go this way? Yeah, he's decided he's gonna give up the chase, I guess. So maybe he's being really smart about it and trying to keep the population here a little bit weakened and a little bit worn out, so that when he needs to hunt them down, he can actually take them out. Because yeah, now he's gone his own way. He's probably gonna go eat from this carcass now, and we'll see. Yeah, he's gonna get some food. We could stand to get some food as well, so we'll help him finish this one off, I think. Well, we might not actually finish it, but we'll see. And then we'll make our way back, get some water, and make sure the pups are doing alright on their food as well. Alright, here we go. And yeah, we should be good. So let's see. A lot of you guys ask about how I do the time skipping too. And really, I just put DosBox. I put Wolf on autoplay and then put DosBox in fast forward mode, which is Alt plus F12 if you're on Windows. I don't know if there's a Mac version, and if there is a Mac version, I wouldn't know how to use it. But if you guys look up how to fast forward DosBox, there's tutorials on it, and so you can fast forward it. If you're using DosBox, I imagine you're either somewhat skilled with computers already, or you have a parent helping you, or someone helping you get it set up. So if you know what you're doing, then by all means go ahead and check it out. If you're not so sure what you're doing, make sure you get someone to help you who does know what they're doing, just so you don't risk messing anything up. But yeah, it's really not that hard to do, and there are tutorials out there to help you with getting this game fast forward. And so what I do in between is I just will fast forward through the month. I'll leave it on autoplay. Sometimes that does mean that characters die and I have to go back to a save, because like I've said before, and I'll say again, the way I'm going to handle deaths in this is that if it's off screen and due to, or if it's not during recording and it's AI based, then I'm not going to count it. The only deaths that will count will be the ones that are directly happening in gameplay, because I don't want it to be like, so while we were gone, everybody died, or something like that. We want to be a little bit cautious with that. Okay, these guys are starting to get hungry. I'm gonna go feed them. What we'll do then is I lost my train of thought. I am so sorry. But yeah, I can't even remember what I was saying. I apologize. Oh yeah, but so when I'm saying when I fast forward is that I basically, okay, so our food's down now. When I fast forward, essentially what I do is I just put it on autoplay and speed up time, and then make save points along the way so that I can get us up to the next month in a reasonable amount of time. We're going to finish off this carcass that's up here a little further out, because like I said, it's helpful to be able to have a lot of ones. Wow, it's really storming. But it's helpful to have a lot of ones that are close. So we're going to move here, and we should be able to get a bite to eat. And that should help us out quite a bit. Get our food back up to normal. And I think we should be about good once we get up here. So, let's see. Right up here, right? Yeah. So that does waste most of our stamina, so I will try not to use all of it if I can. Because it's good to have some stamina in this game, because you never know when you're going to have to run from something suddenly, because humans can kind of appear at any moment. So we'll go ahead and eat, and then we'll head back to the den, and I think we'll go ahead and wrap up our episode there, because it is getting to be that time again. I know already. It goes really fast. But don't worry, we'll be back with these guys for quite some time yet. It'll be a little ways before we are wrapping up this season. That'll be only once, oh, pardon me. Sorry about that, my phone likes to go off when I'm recording. But yeah, as I was saying, we've got quite a few episodes left in this season. We'll only be wrapping up once the pups grow up, And from there, you guys will get to choose what exactly we're going to do with the next season and what you would like to see with that. So let's just make sure everyone's doing all right, and then I think we'll go ahead and wrap up the episode because it is that time again. And we should be just about there. There's one of the carcasses, and right down here is where the pups are. And we'll stop and get a drink here because we are getting a slight bit thirsty. There we go. And let's go ahead and make sure the pups are all right. And it seems like everybody's doing fine, so let's go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.